What's going on, guys? It's Brandon J, and today's video we are back at the pond. You guys really enjoyed these last few videos, and I'm not gonna lie, I have a blast filming these things for you guys. They're really fun to make, and I get to improve my pond in the process. Just a quick backstory, if you guys don't know about the pond, this is my grandparents' pond. I was born and raised here. Ever since I was like 7 years old, I've been fishing these ponds, and this is where I learned how to fish. So there's a lot of meaning behind these ponds. If you guys have missed the last few episodes, make sure you tune into those. We stock this thing with hundreds of shiners and minnows, a bunch of 4 or 5 pound bass, and then a giant 13-pound largemouth. It is literally the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life. I was actually walking the banks of the pond this morning and I saw so many bluegill bedding. There's way more forage in here than I originally thought. So those big bass have plenty of food. But with that being said, there are still a ton of small bass in here. I've been reading the comments you guys left for me. You guys said I need to take the small bass out. So leave it to Brandon J. I had to go back to school, do a little bit of research action, and I did find out you guys are right. I do have to cull some of these small bass out of the pond. And the reason I have to do that is basically these small bass and these large bass are going after the same food. And those small bass are not really giving the bigger bass a chance to eat because there's so many and they're so quick. So today's main objective is to pull out the small bass from the pond. I have my giant cooler here. I also have an aeration system, so all of the small bass are gonna be completely safe today. And some people cull their ponds of small fish. They normally just throw them on the bank and kill them. I totally don't believe in that. So today I'm gonna be throwing them in my cooler. And at that point, we're gonna transport them to a bigger lake where they're not really gonna be able to have an impact like they would on a pond this size. I'm also gonna be doing a lot more in the pond the next few days. So if you guys wanna stay tuned to all that action, if you like the pond stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn the post notifications on so you don't miss what crazy creature I put in the pond next. With that being said, it's time to fill the cooler up with water and get this process started. Oh gosh. It's literally a giant cooler. It's gonna take a lot of buckets. You want to see something crazy? Look at how blue this water is. Like, come look in this right here. Isn't that crazy?
It is. Why is it that color?
Pretty crazy, right? So what I've been told is that basically they dye the water. Well, they spray the plants in here. They have a dye in the water. It's not harmful to fish or anything like that. But what it does is doesn't really allow sun penetration to like the bottom of the middle of the lake. So basically no grass is growing out there. I don't know, it's like preventative maintenance, I guess, but kind of looks like cool aquamarine water. It's pretty weird. All right. Shoot. Oh my God, it's bringing it. So right here we have this thing called Hush Bubbles. This is gonna be our aerator. We're gonna throw this in the cooler. Basically it's gonna aerate that water while we have those small fish in there. They're gonna be oxygenated. Also have the cooler super insulated, so it's not like those fish are gonna be really, really hot. Plus it's a cool day. All right, we got the aeration system going. We got bubbles in the water. We got plenty of water. I just saw, that was pretty exciting. I just saw one of like the 4-pounders that we stocked in there the other day. That's pretty cool, man. They're swimming around, they're doing well. That makes me super happy to see that. But right now we are gonna switch over. I've got a little micro rod set up and I've got like just some little grub on here. And basically I'm targeting little fish today. So I don't want to hear in the comment section like, Brandon J, you're catching small fish. You got a 13-pounder in there. Why are you not catching the 13-pounder? Look guys, I got to do work to make sure my 13-pounder is going to be safe. So I'm going to throw the little grub around, see if we can get some little bass, put them in the cooler, get this process started. Change of plans, the micro little rod was having some malfunction. So we're going to be using this. I've got a little Cinco tied on. So it's not the little bait that I wanted to use, but I'm sure we'll be able to catch some small bass with it. Okay, so there's a fish over here. But this fish is, see that? So, yeah. Yeah, it's not a giant, but we got our first little guy right here. Gonna put him in the water. Oh yeah, he's good to go. Got it aerated, there's plenty of room to swim around. You're good, buddy. See you soon. No! Dang it. Yeah. These little ones are hard to catch, man, because you can't really set the hook on them good. Well, they both have their purposes. Like what I'm throwing in the pads and stuff right now, like I should be using braid. Oh. There we go. All right. There we go. That's a little buck. There we go. That's what we were looking for. That's what we were looking for right there. Little guys like this, man. Sorry, bro, but you got to go. All right, other bass is doing good. We got 2 bass in there now. Here we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, dang it. We had another small one, but I messed it up for us, man. There's a little gator. Got us another one. Little guy. Okay, so we got another little guy right here. We got a couple more bass down there. Put that guy in there. So we got 3 total now. Whoa, guys. All right, so I've got 3 bass total so far. Been walking, doing a lot of fishing. I keep missing them because like we're going after small fish. They have little mouths. I'm throwing like kind of a big fluke, which is what they want. It's very strange. They're not biting worms too well. They really only want the fluke. But what is good news is I've been walking around. I've actually seen some of the big 5-pounders we put in here the other day. I've actually seen them. They're feeding on shiners, which is really, really cool. Have not seen the big 13-pounder yet. I'm sure she's either in deeper water or she's like way back in this junk, just tucked up in some grass somewhere. But anyway, it is cool to see those big bass feeding. I'm gonna keep fishing. We got to get a few more little guys out of here before we transport. Oh, I believe you, man. Oh, there we go. Little guy. This is the size that we needed to get out of here. This is perfect. Look at this little guy right here. Look at this. Just look how like skinny this fish is. Yeah. He has like no body, man. Goodness. You guys doing okay in there? Brought you guys a friend, number 4. The little guy. He's the littlest one. All right, be good, guys. The big lake right over here. Yeah. I've got these little bass I'm transporting. I've got 5 bass in this little cooler now. There you go, little guy. I'm taking the small bass out because when I transported those big bass in, they compete for the same food. So when you take the bucks out, the bigger bass can get bigger because they're not competing as heavy. We got a 13-pounder in here now. That's what you told me. Wow. I mean, that's a trophy fish. That's a world-class fish, man. People spend their whole lives after something like that. Yeah. We got some 5-pounders, some 4-pounders in here. Taking all the bucks out now, which are like the small 1-pounders and less. Taking those out, and so those fish can really have all the food in the pond because they're all competing. Yeah. Then I'm coming back in a few days to bring more bluegill and shiners in. So there's plenty of forage. I'm gonna grab another scoop of water for my bass here. Just want to make sure they've got plenty of water. I mean, they got plenty of water, but I'm sure it'd be nice to have some good old new water in there. Oh yeah. Got 5 good bass in there. Well, 5 little bass, but good bass for what we're trying to do. Perfect. Got them plenty of more water. They look good.
I can hold on to the tree.
Maybe if okay, this is what we're gonna do for the sake of the shot. I'm gonna go in the water. Well guys, I just made a total rookie move. You can see I'm in the water. I'm actually in the water. My buddy Juan, he was actually helping me film a little bit. And I was like, hey man, I need help with a cool thumbnail picture. And so we were taking pictures in the pond, in the water, and 2 of the fish jump out of the cooler into the water. So they are back in the pond. I wasn't supposed to release them back into the pond, but we still have 3 in the cooler. And honestly, it's like the middle of the day. It's super hot. Like the fish just aren't really biting very well. So I think I'm just gonna take the 3 fish that I do have, put them in the back of the truck. We're gonna drive over to the big lake, which is also in this little community area. So it's all the same water. All this water is connected by pipes and stuff underground. So they're not gonna have like water shock or anything like that. I've seen a couple comments, people talking about stuff like that, but all of this water is the same water. It all filters through the same area, the same pipe. So they're just gonna go to an actual different body of water within the system. So we're gonna put those 3 bass in the back of the truck, take them over, and release them into the big water. Whew. All right, that was heavy, but we've got her in there. We've got the bass in there. Now it's time to go move. Oh my gosh, I'm out of breath. That was freaking heavy. Well, we've got the cooler. We've got the bass in there. They're still looking healthy. And we've got their new home here. This is a big lake here. It actually opens up and goes all the way out there to another big lake. These fish are gonna have plenty of room out here to grow and really thrive. I unfortunately dropped 2 of them. I can't believe I lost 2 of them. So we only have 3. We did have 5. I think probably for a pond that size, I think probably pulling out 7 to 10 more fish that size will be a good maintenance number. Like that will be a good number. I don't think any more than that, but I think 7 to 10 would be a good number. With that being said, let me go ahead and get these fish into the water. Play nice here. Give me your face. Excuse me. Can I have your face, please? Nope. Okay. Yep. Nope. Nope. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. There we go. All right, we got one here. All right, buddy. Look at that beautiful leopard print right there. That's so awesome. Oh, there he goes. Lively. It's gonna be harder and harder to catch you. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now I look like a professional. Now I look like a professional. All right. Literally looks like that guy's twin. Another beautiful fish. Here we go. There he goes into the water. The last one. You're gonna be the hardest one to catch. Yep. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh no, I got you. Oh yeah, I got you. Oh no, no. You almost got away. You almost got away from me. This is the last guy right here. Full of life. There we go. All right, so that is it. They are now in their beautiful big home. This is actually a straight up lake. This is not a pond like they were in. So this is a lot bigger. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I did what I set out to do today. I culled some of those fish from that little pond, basically gave those big fish a better chance to grow and really thrive in there. I'm probably gonna do that maybe 1 or 2 more times. Like I said, I probably want 7 to 10 more fish. If you guys want to see that in a video as well, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a big old thumbs up. I'm going out to catch a few more different species that I want to bring into the pond, which would be pretty cool. So if you guys want to make sure you don't miss out on that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications on so you will be notified when I do another crazy video just like today's. All right, that's gonna be pretty much it. Today's video was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Remember when I said this cooler had wheels? Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't have wheels. I thought it had wheels. It is not. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna get my money back. I gotta buy one with wheels. This is especially full of water. Rookie move. Another rookie move by Brandon J.